Good morning. This is Jason Selvog with the Stearns County Soil and Water Conservation District with your conservation report. It's that time of year when many start burning wood for heat in their homes. Please keep in mind that invasive pests can travel with your firewood to your home or your woodlot. Transporting infested firewood can have devastating effects on woodlands.
So, what's the big deal about moving firewood?
Sometimes we move things we don't want, like emerald ash borer. The beetle larvae hatch from eggs and chew through bark. They feed on the wood and cut off the tree's nutrients. They live under the bark in winter, and when they come out in the spring as winged beetles, they can fly off and eat other ash trees. Emerald ash borer might seem like a small bug, but it's a big deal to Minnesota. Don't spread emerald ash borer. Burn firewood where you buy it.
Here's some of the benefits of winter tree care. Many people mistakenly assume that it is dangerous to perform winter tree care because of the extremely cold temperatures in Minnesota. The truth is there are many benefits to trimming, pruning, and removing trees during the winter months. For starters, deciduous trees are much easier to access during the winter months because they lose their leaf cover, which shields their branches during the summer months. Signs of disease, pest infestation, storm damage, which may have gone unnoticed during the warmer months, are now plainly visible. Because of this, winter tree pruning and trimming is actually easier than it is in the spring. One of the key benefits of winter tree pruning and trimming is that boring insects and disease that plague the trees are these types of insects are inactive during the cold weather. When you prune a tree in the spring, pests like emerald ash borer can easily infiltrate the tree through the cuts you made, and trees also become more susceptible to diseases. If you prune your trees in the middle of winter, they will have plenty of time to recover from these surface wounds before spring arrives and those pests return. Winter tree pruning is also practical for safety reasons. When struck by winter winds and loaded down by heavy snow, tree branches are more likely to break off. In winter, you'll be able to easily identify those unstable branches that can prune them off before they have a chance to fall. This is also beneficial for your trees since trees are dormant during the winter months and won't be stressed by the loss of the branch as they would in the spring, summer, or even fall. Not only is winter tree care beneficial to trees, but tree removal is also much easier during the winter. When all the trees' leaves have fallen, they will be significantly lighter and easier to clear, which can save both time and money. Because the ground is frozen during the winter months, you won't have to worry about muddy tracks being gouged in your yard by the heavy equipment being used. Frozen ground will also protect the nearby trees and bushes from being uprooted when a tree is removed. Finally, when completing your winter pruning and trimming, you may notice areas that should be planted to trees or areas that you have planted that now have dead or missing trees, and you should be replanting. Winter is a great time to assess these needs and order trees if needed. The Stearns County Soil and Water is now taking tree orders for spring delivery. Please visit our website and view our species selection, and you can order your trees right online. Next, I thought I'd discuss ice safety. It's getting cold outside and ice has formed on many of the area lakes. I even noticed a few folks fishing on these lakes. Be careful and don't venture out on unfamiliar lakes during this early ice period.
Morning, my name's Conservation Officer Alec Birdsall with Minnesota DNR, and I'm just going to talk a little bit about ice safety. As you can see, the lakes are starting to ice up now, and people are starting to venture out in the ice, and so it's this time of year where we start thinking about how we can be safe on the ice as we enjoy the sport of ice fishing. There's some good numbers to go off of for basic ice safety. You need about 4 inches of solid ice before you go out on foot, about at least 6 inches before going out on an ATV, and over a foot before going out in your vehicle. You can reference the Minnesota DNR website for the specifics, but those are just a good rule of thumb to go off of for ice safety. Always check the ice in the area you're fishing. Be safe. If you see open water nearby, could be a tricky ice to be on. So, and then slush on top of the ice is another indicator of bad ice. So take a look at what's around you, and if you don't see anybody else on the lake, that might be a sign that the ice is not ready as well. Always cut a hole in the ice, double check before going out there, especially before driving your vehicle out there. Every year vehicles go through the ice, and that can become a very dangerous incident if you go through in your vehicle.
That's some good information to know. And finally, sticking with the cold weather theme, I wanted to talk a little bit about winter wildlife habitat. With the passing of the season's first snowstorm and bitterly cold temperatures comes a reminder that pheasants and other wildlife need a secure place to seek shelter when Old Man Winter shows up and drops a foot of snow and the temperatures plummet below zero. Without quality winter cover and a reliable source for food, pheasants and other wildlife are susceptible to winter weather and predation. Primary function of winter cover is to have surviving birds in the best possible condition going into the spring nesting season. By protecting wildlife from drifting snow, reducing wind chill exposure, and providing escape cover from predators, one can achieve this goal. Quality winter cover is recognized as a cattail slough, 10 acres or greater in size, or a well-designed woody cover planting consisting of conifers and shrubs. Landowners are encouraged to evaluate existing winter and nesting cover to truly enhance their wildlife populations. Areas where winter cover and food are located within proximity are known as core wintering areas, and should be established within 2 miles of quality nesting cover and 3 miles within another core wintering area. When creating winter cover for wildlife, it is better to try and enhance what is already established. Perhaps you can start by enhancing an existing field windbreak by adding 1 or 2 additional tree rows of conifers or planting a strip of native grasses alongside a windbreak. Provide a reliable food source near the farmstead windbreak or other quality habitat will also benefit wildlife. There are several government programs such as the Conservation Reserve Program, or CRP, that will help you establish high-quality winter nesting cover. If you're interested in learning more about Conservation Reserve Program or providing quality wildlife habitat on your property, please contact the Stearns County SWCD office. We have several programs available to help you meet your habitat needs. This has been Jason Selvog with the Stearns County Soil and Water Conservation District with your Conservation Report. Have a great day.